All right, hello everybody. Chief Meteorologist Hunter Williams here. Time is just after 9 p.m. on this Wednesday evening. Wanted to take some time and talk about quite a bit of rain that is coming our way over the next couple of days. And really this unsettled weather pattern began this morning, where I know if you live right in central Austin, where I live just south of downtown, I didn't really see any rain, but across the hill country, we had a little line of storms move in. Some areas picked up a ½ inch plus of beneficial rainfall, including some areas dealing with the brunt of our drought. Love to see that. These storms kind of fell apart as they crossed the escarpment. So again, Austin didn't get a whole ton of rain, and then picked up some rain for areas to the east. But if you did not get rain from this first round, do not worry. We have much more where that came from over the next couple of days. And as we get into things here, as always, I've got the Facebook chat pulled up. So if you have a comment, let us know. Roxy's tuning in, TJ's tuning in. We'll get to whatever you need to know about the forecast. So here is our satellite and radar, and notice things are starting to fill in a little bit. So through the rest of this evening, scattered hit or miss showers and downpours, that's just going to become more and more widespread overnight into tomorrow morning. And then by tomorrow afternoon, we've got all sorts of rain and embedded storms across our area. Let's get in a little bit closer. What a difference today made temperature wise. We ended up in the 70s for highs today. Remember, we were in the low 90s yesterday. Let's do a little radar tour because really just here in the past 10-15 minutes, we've got a few storms bubbling up. So let me know what you're seeing where you live out around Spicewood. If we still had light, we'd be able to see this on our Oasis cam. In fact, let's see, do we have that pulled up? That's our Kalahari. That's our tower cam. Give me 1 second. I'm going to try and get this pulled up and we'll see. There's looks like a few lightning strikes there. We'll try and get a vantage point of that for you. Okay, we've got it in router 2 now. So this is our Oasis cam. We've got it pointed in the general direction. Let me get this backed out a little bit. We'll see if we can catch some lightning for you. Get lightning on the live cam as always. Oh, hey, there we go. Look at that lightning strike. Wow. Tell you what, that is pretty impressive lightning there with this little cell. I say little, it's packing a punch as you saw, but a localized cell, Spicewood, heavy rain and lightning. Let's back out the view. Going down towards Dripping Springs, some rain for you now moving into Travis County. That's not too far from Steiner Ranch, heading in that direction. Between Henley and Johnson City, some more rain. You get the idea. It's scattered kind of hit or miss stuff, and this becomes a bit more widespread down near the Luling area. You can see again, this all has really filled in here over the past 30 minutes or so. This all going to be moving into parts of Caldwell County, Bastrop County, and Fayette County. Now, this is our storm outlook for tomorrow. While we do have rain and a few embedded storms in the forecast, I do not see big severe weather issues. However, there could be some noisy thunderstorms. You get thunder, you get a little bit of lightning, maybe some small hail. The Storm Prediction Center does include us in the marginal level 1 risk. Try to go back and forth with this Oasis cam too. I'm just seeing all sorts of lightning there. We have that low end risk for a severe storm or two, but I'm not super concerned about severe weather, especially now that our temperatures are so much cooler. You saw a few more lightning strikes there. Take you back to the maps. So our model showing through the rest of this evening, this rain activity, the storm activity is going to continue to fill in. Let me back that up. As we go overnight, once we get past midnight, this could be a wave of pretty heavy stuff moving in, especially along and east of I-35, whereas the hill country is generally drier. But don't worry, even across the hill country, our rainfall totals have increased. Here is 7 a.m. Thursday, new wave of rain coming up, and based on some of the past model runs too, I would not be surprised if this activity was farther north, even during commute time on Thursday. So I think we could have some heavy rain around heading out the door tomorrow. But generally, rain chances increase through the day. Here's noon. We keep going into 5. It is widespread rain. I've got a rain chance at 100 tomorrow. I don't do that very often. Continuing as we go into the evening. And then watch this, another wave of rain coming in for Friday, especially through the first half of the day on Friday, but even into the afternoon and evening, we could have some rain and embedded storms around, and it's not until Saturday morning that we can fully get rid of the rain chances. So latest rainfall projections, take a look at this. I have upped our rainfall forecast. Now a widespread 2 to 4 inches along and east of I-35. As you can see, the model is printing out places like Bastrop, where it's going to be 4 to 6 inches, maybe locally higher amounts of rain. This model has Giddings close to 7 inches of rain. Not that that will happen exactly in Giddings, but the point being there could be localized spots that get as much as that amount. Across the hill country, it's lower, but I'm still thinking 1 to 2 inches of rain, completely fair game. Now, as you look at these numbers, do we expect flooding issues? For the most part, we do not. This should mostly be beneficial rain. Man, I'm sorry I keep going back to it. It's just fascinating to watch from our Oasis cam, just some incredible lightning strikes. I'll leave this up while I talk about some of the rainfall potential and the flooding threat here. The bottom line is we don't see big concerns for flooding in our forecast. We need the rain. We think the ground will be able to take most of this rain, but if we do get some areas closer to 5, 6, 7 inches of rain, there could be some localized flooding and ponding on the road and stuff like that. So something I want you to be aware of, but it's not something we're super concerned about. I'm watching this camera with you. Let's see if we can get another lightning strike. Look at that. Yeah, big storm out around Spicewood. It's a localized storm, but it is producing big lightning. That is for sure, and the radar trends are definitely more and more active here over the past couple of scans. Take you back into our radar here. You can see what we're looking at here, where now we've got a new one that's going up down to the south in northern Blanco County too, and some of this is filling into northwestern Travis County out around Steiner Ranch, places like Laga Vista. You could be getting into some rain here soon. This is the cell that we've been watching from our Oasis cam, which was near Spicewood. Now it's around Smithwick. It's moving up generally to the north-northeast, so this is going to split probably between Bertram and Liberty Hill. It may expand, though, and ultimately encompass some of those areas. Just out of curiosity here, we'll get in on the hail tracker. Yeah, our radar here picking up on what could be some very small hail around the Smithwick area. We'll watch this storm. It's getting all sorts of lightning. If this intensifies a bit, maybe it could produce a little hail core here. But again, for the most part, we're not super worried about severe weather. Let's back out the view, make sure none of this other stuff has got any hail in it. Looking pretty good here. We'll watch some of this stuff down south of I-10, south of Luling and Caldwell County. Looks like maybe a little bit of hail in there closer to the Belmont area. Okay, let's talk about our flooding risk again. Here we go. I'll take you to this. This is our, I'll backtrack actually. This is our flood outlook for the rest of this evening and tonight, where especially southeast of Austin, places like Fayette County and Lee County and Bastrop County and Caldwell County do have a low risk for some localized flooding. Again, I don't expect major issues, but if you get a quick 3 to 5 inches of rain, there could be some localized minor flooding issues. And then this is the flood outlook for tomorrow and tomorrow night, where that level 2 risk expands and it goes into the I-35 corridor and then even farther west into parts of the hill country. It goes to Blanco and Dripping Springs and Georgetown. Now, the thing I really like about this forecast, and after we get through this, I'll get into some of the comments here as well. I know I haven't been looking at those. I like that we get the beneficial rain, but we also trend drier in time for the big Easter weekend. By Saturday, it's still mostly cloudy, maybe a sprinkle around in the morning. It's cool, still 71, but then Easter Sunday is completely dry. It's partly cloudy and a high of around 76. So hopefully we get some rain and the blue bonnets and everything is nice and bright and the plants are loving it and the Easter Sunday pictures turn out well and the Easter egg hunts don't have to deal with any rain. Here's the 7-day forecast. Guess we should talk about the temperatures too. Not only are we rainy, we're way cooler. Tomorrow is going to stay in the 50s. 56 tomorrow, 57 Friday. Both of those days bringing widespread rain. Saturday's drier, still kind of a gray day. We're cooler at 71. Easter Sunday, 76, partly cloudy. We're at 80 by Monday of next week. Tuesday and Wednesday, low to mid 80s, trending a bit warmer. And next week, as opposed to what we've dealt with this week, is looking a little bit calmer. I do think as we get into the back half of this month, things could get active again, but I do think next week, at least the beginning of it, is looking quieter than what we've had over the past few days. Romeo, any threat of tornadoes? Watching from Georgetown. I'm not concerned about tornadoes in this setup. In fact, let me get you back to the storm outlook here, and I will explain what I mean. So as far as severe weather, none of this stuff here locally is severe right now. There could be some small hail with that Spicewood storm. This is a storm that is outside of Fayette County, and this one's got a big hail core on it, and it does have a severe thunderstorm warning. Look at that near Rayner Junction, some hail. If anything, if we were to see some severe storms, this would be my concern, hail. And number 2 would be gusty winds. I don't see a tornado issue in this type of environment. Here's our storm outlook for the rest of tonight. They're watching areas closer to Houston, southeast Texas. We're not expecting severe weather overnight. And then this is the storm outlook for tomorrow, where we have that level 1 risk. Just to show you, this is, they break it down categorically. The hail outlook for tomorrow. This is the hail outlook. They give us the 5% chance. This is the wind outlook. See if this loads in. And this is the tornado outlook. So they're not looking, the reason it didn't load in is because they're not worried about that. Wind outlook not showing anything, tornado outlook not showing anything, hail outlook showing the 5%. So hail is going to be the main concern. That's a long-winded way to say we are not concerned about tornadoes in the forecast. Getting back into this radar view, as that storm that earlier was near Smithwick is now heading up towards Bertram, and this is going to head up around the Bertram area here soon. It's going to be right on that Burnett-Williamson County line. And this is our Oasis cam. Hey, even on our tower cam, let me see. Yeah, here's our tower cam. Let's get pointed over to the north here. And if there's any other questions, please chime in, let us know. We're going to get looking to the north here. We'll see if we can spot any of this lightning. Yes, I've got it pointed back now to the northwest. I'll leave it there. We'll see if we get any lightning there. The Oasis cam, though, is showing a better lightning display with that storm that just passed through Spicewood. Ashlyn, you're the only meteorologist that's live. Do you think I should be watching carefully in Shreveport? Are you talking about Shreveport, Louisiana? Off the top of my head, I do not know, but just to help you out, Ashlyn, we can see what's going on there. Here, I'll take you back to the radar. So here's what's going on in Louisiana right now. I'm going to be 100% honest, I got to zoom in and find Shreveport here. There we go. Hey, yeah, heads up, you do. You have a severe storm that is a severe thunderstorm warning that does include the Shreveport area right now. Looks like that warning will go until 9:45. Let me cue this up here and we'll read it for you. They're tracking quarter-sized hail potential there, so I don't know what part of town you are in, but my advice, you're under severe thunderstorm warning in Shreveport right now. It's a storm that has potential for hail in it that could be up to quarter size. There's also some heavy rain and some lightning, so I would make sure you are indoors as this rolls in. Hopefully that helps you. I do not have much experience with Shreveport, Louisiana weather, but there you go. And then you've got some more rain back west of that. Here's the storm outlook for the rest of tonight. Technically, the marginal risk does not include Shreveport. Better chances south of that, but clearly you do have a severe storm that's rolling in right now with some quarter-sized hail. All right. Got a little sidetracked off the Texas weather there, but hopefully that helped you. Here's what we got here closer to home. Radar starting to get a little bit more active tonight as we have scattered showers and storms that are developing. I think these will continue to fill in for many areas as we go through the overnight hours. And then tomorrow, we're looking at widespread rain through much of the day. Tony, will it rain Friday morning? I am traveling to Illinois. Any severe weather for Friday? Will it rain Friday? Yes, it will, especially early in the day. I do not see severe weather issues on Friday, though. So hopefully it's just a rainy drive into the airport and flights will be okay. I don't see big severe weather issues on Friday. Karen tuning in, seeing some lightning up in northeast Austin. Yeah, we've got some storms out there. None of this stuff is severe. Kristen says any hail chance tonight near Mount Bunnell. I can't completely rule it out. Again, I'm not expecting major severe weather issues for the Mount Bunnell area or for any part of central Texas. We have one storm right now, and I'll show you the hail tracker. This storm up on the Burnett-Williamson line had a little bit of hail with it earlier. Looks like that hail core is kind of weakened down now. So I don't expect big hail issues tonight. We did have some areas across the hill country that early this morning saw some hail. I believe Burnett and Llano counties were some of those areas, but severe weather is not a huge concern of mine. If anything, I think it would be some small hail. I don't see the big, baseball, ping pong ball sized hail potential that we had last night. Jamie, we appreciate you tuning in. Hey, we'll cover as many folks as we need to. Paz says, I am traveling to Waco tomorrow at noon. Can you tell me how the weather looks for tomorrow? Sure can. We'll just use this as an opportunity to hop back into our model. And actually, I'm going to show you another one of our models just to, show you how things could play out here. So this is our high-res model. It's showing some of that scattered activity through this evening. Through tonight, I think we're going to fill in a little bit more, especially southeast of Austin, where we start getting heavy rain, locally heavy rain. Tomorrow morning could be a pretty damp drive into work, upper 40s, low 50s rain that is heavy in pockets. Okay, and you're looking at noon trying to drive up to Waco. What this model is showing is a little bit of a break around the middle of the day. Now, I wouldn't necessarily count on this. I still think things are going to be pretty damp, so right at noon, and then as we go through the afternoon especially, another round of rain is going to come in. So I'd plan on wet roads and, driving through some damp conditions. This is another one of our models, which is showing right around noon. Rain is pretty widespread. And I think the second half of the day tomorrow after lunchtime is looking pretty wet. Again, severe weather potential is low. I'm not saying you don't need to be out on the roads, but if you are going to be driving, just watch out for ponding on the roads and that sort of thing and just take it slow. Hopefully that helps you. Let's see. Will it be more rain showers versus thunderstorms? Well, tonight we do actually have some storms that are developing. Again, not severe, but there are some storms and some lightning. Tomorrow, I think it's going to be mostly rain. Now, it could be heavy rain, and then embedded within that, there will be pockets of stormy weather. So I don't think it's going to be thunder, lightning all day. It's going to be a cool day. We're in the 50s. We're not going to have the same type of instability we've had here recently with some of our other storm chances. But there will be some pockets of embedded storms, and tonight, you certainly could have a storm move through. We have one of those which now continues to gain a little bit of steam and is heading up into western Williamson County. All right, let's switch now. I'm going to go over to, the Round Rock camera. We'll see if we can catch this one. We're doing a little virtual storm spotting for you tonight. All right. So here's our Kalahari cam. This is the Kalahari Resort in Williamson County, which is right across the street from the Dell Diamond on 79. All right, so we're looking north. We want to get back going this direction. Oh, yep, there we go. Our sky cams are seeing some good placement tonight. We're able to pick out some of these. I'm seeing lightning too on our Concordia weather camera too. I'll leave it here for a moment. We'll see if we can get a glimpse of that. There we go. So if you live in Round Rock, you can see that storm off in the distance. You'd be able to see it from Leander as well. Wait and see if we get another lightning strike. I'll get the Concordia weather camera. That's in northwest Travis. We'll get that one queued up too. So here's Concordia. Looking up in the vicinity of that same storm. Jamie, are these storms looking like tornadoes are possible? No, I'm not worried about tornadoes tonight or tomorrow. If anything, it would be hail. I'm not worried about tornadoes. Oh, there we go. Right as it changed to the radar, we had the lightning strike. This is the storm that we were looking at, which is now moving into parts of Williamson County. Let's get you a little closer here. So this is going to cross over Highway 29 between Leander and Burnett. It's going to graze by Liberty Hill. It's going to graze by Bertram. Then it's going to head up here around 183. And eventually this thing can move into Mahomet, Andice, Florence, Briggs. These areas could be impacted. Down here over northwest Travis, Steiner Ranch, you got a good little storm moving through. In fact, let's go back to Oasis, where we might be getting into some rain here soon. Looking closely. It's hard to say. I'm looking at a small screen. Looks like yep, there we go. Looks like we do have some rain moving in around our Oasis cam out at Lake Travis. Again, that's the sky cam. This is the radar where we've got these storms and heavy downpours that are filling in. So this is kind of our next batch of more widespread rain, which is filling in for this evening. And this is, again, just the beginning of a very wet weather pattern for us. Okay, guys, it is 9:24. I think I'm going to get off of here. And, of course, we'll have the... Annalisa says, getting some good lightning and thunder in North Leander for sure. No rain, just chilly. It's crazy how we were in the 90s yesterday, and we're going to spend tomorrow in the 50s, mid-upper 50s, and we'll stay in the 50s through Friday and into Saturday morning. Yep, no problem, guys. Okay, I will let you go. We'll end our stream here. Coming up in about 35 minutes, we'll do our full newscast on KVUE, KVUE News at 10. Quita, Brian, and Jeff will be here as well, so we really hope that you guys can tune in. I've been talking with the crew just because we're going to be so active. We're going to keep these live streams going. So we're going to do another live stream for you guys. Shane will be in tomorrow morning. He'll do one early in the day. We'll probably get one going in the middle of the day with Jordan Darensburg, and then I'll come in the evening. We'll do another stream right around this time. So as things start to, there you go, heavy rain starting to fall over Lake Travis. So as things start to get a little bit more unsettled here, again, we're not looking at big severe weather issues. I'm not looking at big flooding issues, but we got all sorts of rain here over the next 48 hours, so we'll keep you super up to date. KVUE.com, KVUE app, we've also got our blog and everything up to date as well. I will see you guys in about 35 minutes. Y'all have a good night.